Back to the world of fate. Stay night. Look forward to day 2 where nothing is going to go wrong. We're just going to have a normal everyday school life. We're just going to keep repairing stuff and hanging out with our tiger friend. 2-1, day 11. What? I awake to darkness. I guess I'm not much for dreaming unless something big happens. I always have the same dream anyway. Little creepy? I always envision a sword. I have no idea why, but that's the only thing that pops in my head. Yeah, I know it. I know it was 2. I know it was 2. It's just when you see literally the number 2 and then the Roman numeral for 2 to the right of it, it just like, that comes off as odd to me. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Perhaps this is what defines me as, well, me, as Shiro Emiya. I don't have any dreams of my own. I dreamed a dream about a sword. The only thing on my mind while I sleep are what others taught me long ago. For example, how to be a mage. Even if I'm not a full-fledged mage, it's only natural for a mage to be aware of the world they're in. But simply, a mage is an irregular, outcast from society. Rebel against the world! Anarchy! But even outcasts need to band together to survive. I can play sword. Can anyone play drums? My old man told me that there's a society of mages called the Mages Association. He also told me I should never get involved with them. The Mages Association is said to conceal the existence of magecraft. Watches over mages, makes sure their magecraft doesn't affect society, but the strange thing is that they don't really prohibit mages from abusing. According to Kiritsugu, the Mage Association is only interested in concealing mystics. Even if, say, a mage carried out an experiment that sacrificed, let's say a lot of citizens, the association wouldn't punish them. It's punishment time! Their priorities are expressly in preventing the public from becoming aware, which does not mean magecraft is even banned. Honestly, anything goes. At least that seems how it seems to be. Whatever it is, the Mage Association's surveillance is absolute. Typically, magecraft lives the ordinary. As such, the Mage Association doesn't permit research that would harm society. That's good, at least, I guess. Ultimately, mages conduct their research in the privacy of their home while the world is none the wiser. So mages sometimes go into hiding to escape the association's scrutiny and oversight. See, it's totally legal for me to try to fuse a metal pipe into my spine. That's totally normal and legal. So there may be some mages living in town, and I don't even know it. I also hear Fuyuki is a spiritual hotspot of sorts. That probably means there's some prestigious mage living here. They're called second owners. Elite mages the association trusts to watch over the territory. Other mages who live in the same area must visit the secret owners first to get permission to build a workshop. Frickin' cities requiring permits. So in a way, our family's a bunch of trespassers. Yay, being illegal! So are we like an illegal immigrant mage? Is that what's happening? Doesn't know that Kiritsugu Emiya was a mage, so I tend to feel like our family status is kind of unclear. But then my old man, the bona fide mage, died. And even though I'm his disciple and son, I don't know a thing about the Mages Association. I have a feeling the association would want to dispose of someone like me. Apparently, the Mage Association doesn't have many eyes in Japan, so that's probably why I haven't been found yet. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but isn't the Holy Grail always in Japan? If that's the case, I would assume that Japan would be the place where you have the most mages associated, or are there Holy Grails all over the world? Oh boy, my brain is just like, what? I'm trying to probably make logic or anti-logic where there is none. Or doesn't need to be. But that doesn't mean I can let my guard down. The eyes of the mages are said to be everywhere, and if someone commits a crime, the church's heretic hunters will make their move. Using magecraft, however half-butt you may be about it, makes you enemies. So with all that in my brain, I just want to study and be a mage and shove metal rods up my spine, and other parts of my body. Huh? I wake up as sunlight starts pouring through the window. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Looks like the sun's just coming up now. It's still dark out today. It's cold. Waking up in the morning is getting tough. I get up, trying not to let the morning cold discourage me, and quickly fold up my futon. It's 5:30. I've always been an early riser, even though I go to bed really super late, again, shoving metal rods into my spine. I might mess up once in a while like yesterday, but that's rare. Okay, breakfast! I let Sakura do all the work yesterday, so it would look kind of bad if I didn't return the favor this morning, just so everyone... Nope. We can do a quick save. What's the button I wanted? Just so we know where I am on the flowchart. Oh! I didn't realize we had 4 choices here. What we've done so far, we hung out with Sakura, we went to go work at a bar, and then we tried to walk Sakura home. Didn't quite work out, but we tried. Attempt 3 at sending this message. There are grails all over the world. Okay, thank you. That actually makes that line make sense now. I appreciate that logic on world building. Yay! I make rice and miso soup. Yesterday, the soup had daikon radish and carrots, so I'm making onion. Bleh. Get that onion out of here. And potato miso soup today. I make the egg omelet and use the leftover konnyaku to simmer it with bonito flakes. I don't know if I've ever actually had bonito flakes. It's one of those. It's something I've always kind of wanted to try to cook with. Just never thought to ever buy some, nor have I looked hard enough in the foreign foods aisle in order to grab some. Maybe one day I'll remember to. I make incisions in the sari fish, which will be the main dish, and sprinkle it with a little bit of salt. All I have to do is broil it, but that can wait till the last minute. Yeah, the fish usually only takes like up to 5 minutes to do usually. That'll do it. It's almost 6. I finished earlier than expected, so I have some time on my hands. What should I do with the extra time? Should I try to shove a knife into my spine this time? Guess I'll work up a quick sweat if I have so much time. Morning exercise is my daily routine, so I might as well do some light workouts. As long as you have enough time to like take a bath or a shower before, because like working up a sweat and then going to school sounds like the most miserable time ever. A hushed atmosphere of an empty dojo encourages me to focus. In the morning, just as the sun rises, its serenity makes the mood even more sacred, enthralling whoever visits the site. Anyway, there's only one thing I do here. Ever since my old man died, the dojo just turned into a gym to train my body. Training to be a mage means I can't neglect training my body. One of the conditions of being a mage is maintaining yourself at physical peak. When Koritsugu was alive, he and I sparred often. He usually just kicked my butt every time. I never really learned how to win yourself. Like, you were like 8. You're supposed to get your butt kicked by the adult if the adult's actually trying. It sounds like he was. But at least I learned the difference in a fight and about... Well, no, he didn't die till you were like 13 or so. So, still, kicked a 13-year-old's butt. In other words, I learned the difference between killing and beating an opponent and how to conduct myself in each situation. I'm glad you learned what it means to actually kill from a literal standpoint, at least. Good job. Knowledge and experience are different, and knowledge is half the battle. Oh, wait, no. Without the knowledge to know the difference, it's hard to tell if you've gotten yourself into a fight or a massacre. It's as simple as that. Learning magecraft means there's a risk of perishing on your own, On your own, as well as the risks of having a fight. My brain is in a very Les Mis mood. Well, the game's putting me in a Les Mis mood by making Les Mis quotes at me. That's why Kiritsugu wanted to teach me I must always be ready to face death. But the person reminding me that lesson is long gone. So the only thing I can do alone is some simple exercises. Guess I better get on with it. Make sure you do your stretches. Good job. Proud of you, Shiro. As I train my body, I assess how magic circuits affect my blood flow. My skeletal frame is creaking, the fatigue I feel, and how much that all distracts my thought. 120, 150, 170. Shiro, I, I don't know if the boy knows how to count. Oh no. Oh, poor sweet summer child. Even simple push-ups can train my magic circuits as long as I focus on my mental state rather than putting physical weights on my body. With no proper mentor teaching me magecraft, morning training is no different than what most sports clubs do. Let's give Sakura our potato soup. Oh, good morning, Senpai. Did you finish preparing breakfast already? Yeah, it's all done. All that's left to do is set the dishes and grill the fish. Oh, I'll help. Leave the dishes to me. Sakura is clearly eager in her reply. And coming in behind the ever-dependable Sakura is the opposite of dependable. Part of my headphone just broke off. Cool. That makes me feel secure in this thing. I smell Shiro's omelet, so he handled breakfast this morning, huh? Fujini casually headed to the table. Well, let's just ignore her for now. I need to grill and prepare the fish! Sakura, use the middle set of plate. The food will look better on those. The plates with the bumps on the surface? Yeah, those. Grilled meats tend not to look good if you don't plate them well. And I've already grated the daikon. Sakura reaches far to take out a plate. Just keep reaching, Sakura. You can do it! As she reaches out, I think I see a faint bruise on the back of her hand. Am I gonna have to murder her family already? It's day 2. I didn't think the murder would happen until at least like day 5 or 6. Yep, cut off the happy music. Cut off happy, wholesome family music. Time to get my brother murder on. Sakura, hold on a minute. Yeah, what is it? What's that bruise on your hand? Oh. She averts her eyes, looking uneasy. Her reaction makes how she got the bruise clear. Is it Shinji again? I can't believe he beats his own sister. That's not it, Senpai. Well, I got it when I fell. I fell right into his fist. You know how clumsy I am. That's why I'm always falling and getting myself hurt. Good job with the ticking in the background, because it symbolizes me ticking down all of my patients and killing her brother. How stupid do you think I am? No one gets bruises like that just from falling. Seems like Shinji needs some sense smacked into him. No, Senpai. My brother's got nothing to do with this. I just hurt myself. There's no need for you to be angry for me. Yeah, there is. Sakura falls silent. Sakura may seem docile, but she's surprisingly stubborn. No use saying anything to her now. Fine. If you say so. I'll leave it at that. Yes, I'm sorry, Senpai. Oh, let me murder him. Why are you apologizing? Shinji's the one in the wrong. The moment I said Shinji's name, Sakura awkwardly looks away. It can only mean he's the cause of the bruise on her hand. Shinji Matao has a bad habit of treating his younger sister like poo. I noticed it about a year ago. Every now and again, I'd see Sakura injured. She always made some excuse when I happened to ask. When I asked Shinji about it, he revealed to my shock that he was the one who hit Sakura. I asked him why, and he told me it was because she'd done something that he hadn't liked. I got ticked off. So I did what Shinji what he'd done to Sakura. We haven't been on great terms ever since then. Senpai, have you made up with my brother? Huh, yeah, sure. We never fought in the first place. Not much call for making up. Well, that may be how you see it, but my brother doesn't see the same way. He thinks you're still fighting, so you should be careful. Huh? What Sakura says strikes me as odd. Be careful? Of that dork. Yes, he's angry with you. I hear he was the very reason why you quit the club. Shinji had nothing to do with me quitting. He might have been a factor, but it's nothing you should worry about. Shinji's right. This is a little unsightly. I point at my left shoulder. There's a little scar there. Happened about a year and a half ago. Something fell on me during one of my jobs and injured my shoulder. Ended up with a broken bone, and I also came away with a burn to my shoulder. After the accident, I quit the Kyoto Club. Our school's Kyoto Club, out of respect for formalities, allows students to perform sacred shooting rituals. Male students participate in this expose their left shoulder. Shinji pointed out it may be disrespectful for someone performing the sacred shot to expose a scar. Since I was getting busy with various jobs, I just quit the club. Senpai, I may ask this often, but you're never going to shoot again? Miss Fujimura even said your injury shouldn't affect your performance. Yeah, Fujini would say that, even if I broke every bone in my body. Senpai, I'm being serious. Huh? I know I should give her a serious answer, but unfortunately, I can't give Sakura the answer she's looking for. I don't have time to do club activities. I like Kyoto, but it's not something I should prioritize. So I think I'll give it a rest for a while. How long is a while? However long I feel like. Or maybe until it's time for you to graduate. I'm looking forward to having you look after me, Sakura. I pat Sakura's shoulder and try to change the subject awkwardly. Okay, I'll be waiting when that time comes. She nods so violently, it looks like she might drop the plate. Please don't break my plates. It's almost 7:30. Sakura and Fujini have long since left the house for their morning club stuff. I went to school early yesterday because Isai asked me, but I leave the house at my usual time today. Well, I did kind of leave Isai hanging with the work. I thought I would go in early today too, but okay, I guess not. Oh! Oh, okay, Okay, so previous choices have already affected the path that I'm taking. Okay. So because I don't have a high enough relationship with Sakura, I had this dream about the sword? Alright. Oh, I love our branching path. I noticed something strange when I walked down the hill towards the intersection. Several police cars parked in front of a house. Something must have happened. Huh? I'm curious, but the mass of people prevents me from finding out. I don't have much time, so I should hurry to school. Living an everyday, happy, normal school life, nothing's gonna ever go wrong. Make to school 10 minutes before the bell. As I cross the gate with plenty of time as usual. What up, friend of Ren? I run into a familiar student. You haven't changed yet, Mitsuzuri? Homeroom's about to start. You really don't have time to say hi to me. The relationship stuff won't matter too much until around day 7. So just go on Visor. Yeah, I'm not... I am, like... Partially, thankfully, I'm going in with this, like, blind enough to not know what things to prioritize to get what endings or whatever. So, like, it is just all... Everything in this playthrough is going to be like, I'm just going to do what I feel is right, what I think, like, the character would do in the situation. So, like, that's all I'm going with. I'm not trying to get any endings. Although, if I can get, like, as many bad endings as I can, I'm going to try to do that. Well, no, I shouldn't try to do that. That would be a happy outcome. That would be a happy accident if I get a bunch of bad endings. Alright, for you to get all 40 bad endings. I'm hoping and praying. Hopefully I haven't missed one yet. I don't know what's so funny, but she laughs heartily, not caring about her surroundings. This is Mitsuzuri. You or I met her in the prologue. She's been a classmate since we were first years, and she's the captain of the Kyoto Club. She's an unbelievably insightful person, and it was expected that she would be the team's next captain. Mitsuzuri's a precocious sort, and people have always had high hopes for her, and even leaned on her. Lean on her. When you're not strong, then again she gets mad. Whenever someone mentions that in front of her, claiming he doesn't look as old as some people think. Maybe. I wouldn't dare. Just making an observation. If you want to get angry about it, it's your call. 正直に答えるくせに何をどう考えてたかは口にしないんだ。エミヤ、シンジと違って隙がないな。Shinji, what's he got to do with this? なんでも何も、あんたとシンジって友人じゃない。Are we? Are we? I'm kind of leaning towards no with the whole sister beating thing. That's kind of on my list of I don't want to be your friend anymore. Maybe that's a controversial take. I don't know. シンジの男友達ってあんただけでしょ？それにお忘れでしょうが、私これでも弓道部の主将なの。うちの問題児と辞めちまった問題児をくっつけるのは自然な流れだと思わない？あ、カチンときた。あんたね、弓道部の話になると急に冷たくなるでしょ。いいご身分よね。シンジをほっぽっといて、自分はさっさと退場しちゃうんだから。後に残された私とかさくらの気持ちとか、少しは考えてくれてもいいんじゃない？ What? Did Shinji do something bad again? Like beat up his sister? あいつが何もやらない日なんてないけど。ま、それにしても昨日のはちょっとやりすぎか。1年の男子が1人辞めたぐらいだから。Any prediction at what people you've met that will be masters? Okay, let's go to the list. It's in config. All right. Okay, so there are going to be 7 masters. Emiya, yes. Ren, yes. Ilya, yes. That's 3. Hirai, I don't think Hirai will be a master. I say that with Fate Zero knowledge. And Shinji, I'm assuming he's going to be a master. I'm assuming right now that he is Lancer's master. That is my theory right now. Because of, like, all the stuff around the school. Maybe there are only going to be 3 students who are masters. And if that's the case, Shinji is definitely the 3rd one. I don't think it's going to be teacher. I don't think Isai. I don't think it's any of these three. Kane Himuro was oddly quiet in that scene she was in, which makes me think like there's an outside chance she's a master. But it's like of all the people I have listed, I have like 4 definite masters and 1 maybe. We've got the ad break going on right now, so I'm going to use the time to hydrate. Love me some hydration. On a good pace. Although I need to stop getting like the lemon flavored stuff, because that might affect my voice negatively. Like if it turns out that his dad is alive somehow and is a master, that'd be cool. Oh, if his dad turned out to be a frickin' one of the servants, that would be fun. If like Shiro's dad was a master, or if Shiro's dad was a servant, that'd be fun. Mitsuzuri sighs gravely. Seeing her look so serious is rare to begin with, but the rest of her story is particularly alarming. What the heck? Why'd he quit? You got hit with the ad when you mentioned Kane, so okay. Just to repeat it in case it was missed, or because it probably was missed. The ad. We got 3 guarantees: Shiro, Ren, Ilya. I'm like 90% sure Shinji's going to be a master. I don't think these guys, and they outside chance Kane. Like she's my dark horse for being a master. But yeah, we've got 3 we know for sure. 4th, I'm like 90% sure we know for sure, and Kane is like I'll put her at like a 25% chance. I don't think anyone else we met is going to be a master. Well, no, there is like an outside chance. There's like I'll also say like there's a 20% chance that one teacher we've seen who is also voice acted is going to be one. What? How could you let something like that happen? Aren't you in charge? Can't you like not let a dude do merciless bullying in front of you and your teammates? You made it sound like you were there too. What the heck was Shinji thinking? He may be harsher than the others, but he's not the type to make someone into a spectacle. Yeah, he likes to make sure he hides the bruises. Are we really going to blame Shiro? Are we really about to blame Emiya for this a-hole's abuse? It's our fault? I'm gonna go no. I don't think anything could have happened in the past between those two quote-unquote friends that could have made me think that through the power of friendship, this guy wouldn't be a sister-beating a-hole. Oh, I do want to get angry about it. Why you using my own words against me? Fine. So what you got into Shinji? Why'd he do that? Yeah, when he tried to abuse her too. Tosaka. You mean that Tosaka? That's the first time I've heard that nickname, but it fits. It's no surprise Shinji got rejected. And knowing Tosaka, she probably had some pretty harsh insults to go with the rejection.
もかく、シンジのやつは昨日からずっとその調子よ。おかげで私もこんな時間まで道場で目を光らせてたってわけ。
Shinji does have a low tolerance for some things. I know it might be tough, but good luck, Mitsuzuri.
はいはい。けどね、シンジって懲りないでしょ。また遠坂に声をかけて振られた日には、今度こそ遠坂本人に何かしそうでさ。
No, even Shinji wouldn't go near someone who just rejected him. He's good about that sort of thing. We'll see about that. We'll see. We'll see if he's good about that.
けど相手が近寄ってくるんだからしょうがないじゃない。遠坂さ、なんか知らないけど、うちの道場よく見学に来るのよ。
Huh?
やめちゃったから知らないだろうけど。
That's news to me. Rin Tosaka doesn't do any clubs because her family forbids it or something. She even turned down nomination to be a member of the student council. Though I always thought she went straight home after school.
たまにはそれもいいか。あいつもお高く泊まってるし、一度ぐらいは痛い目に遭うのもいいかもね。
Mitsuzuri has a weird way of looking at stuff. Now that I think about it, they say Rin Tosaka has a lot of enemies. I wonder if Mitsuzuri is one of them. Say, Mitsuzuri, that's kind of cruel, even for you.
あ、そろそろ時間だ。じゃあね、エミヤ。今度私の弓の調子見に来てよ。
Mitsuzuri hastily runs off. Classic Mitsuzuri! Wah wah! I never minded just how forthright she always is. I feel a bit more at ease and head towards the classroom. It's lunchtime! Our school has quite the cafeteria, and most of the students eat lunch there. But there are some old-fashioned students who still bring their own lunch. It's not that I'm jealous that they have, like, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that their mom and dad's cut the crust off for them. Not that I want that. I miss you, Dad!
Emiya, その唐揚げを一つくれないか。俺の弁当には圧倒的に肉分が不足している。
Sure, pal. Fine. Why is your lunch so plain, Isai? I know you live in a temple, but there's no rule that prohibits you from consuming alcohol or meat? What? Is he implying that he should be bringing booze to it for his school lunch?
何を時代錯誤なことを。これは単に親父殿の趣味だ。小坊主に食わす贅沢はない。悔しいのなら己で何とかせよ、などという。いっそ今からでも天祖になるか。俺も考えどころだ。
That sounds like your old man. Isai's father is the priest of the Rio Dao Temple, a larger-than-life figure who's also friends with Fujini's grandfather. Anyone who gets along with old man Fujimura can't possibly be normal. Well then, here you go. You owe me. Enjoy your nuggie. I passed my bento box to him.
いやいや、ありがたく。これも托発の修行なり。
Isai bows deeply. I honestly question whether I should be reminded that he's the son of a priest at times like this.
そういえばエミヤ、朝方2丁目の方で騒ぎがあったのを知っているか。ちょうどエミヤと別れるあたりの交差点だわ。
The intersection? Intersection. These white men not just senses by an exclamation point or by comma when the feeling's not as strong. Interjections. We need more grammar rock. I need to sing more grammar rock, or science rock, or history rock. Could it be the same intersection I saw all the police cars?
殺人があったそうだ。詳細は知らないが、一家4人中助かったのは子供だけらしい。両親と姉は刺殺されたというが、その凶器が包丁やナイフではなく、長物だというのが普通じゃない。
A long weapon? Does he mean a dream sword? Did I stab someone in my sleep? If it's a murder, then that weapon killed the parents and the older sister. I can't help but imagine it. Someone sneaks in the house late at night, unreasonable violence, a horrible nightmare the victim neither imagined or wished for. Like a traffic accident, the parents are slaughtered. The older system falls victim without, dang it, stupid accidental auto mode. Isai, did they catch the murderer?
捕まってはいないようだな。信徒の方では欠陥工事による事故。こちらでは辻切りめいた殺人事件だ。学校の門限が早まるのも当然。どうしたエミヤ？喉に飯でも詰まったか？
Nothing. Why'd you ask? It's not like I go out playing with swords and randomly stab people or anything like that.
いや、エミヤが厳しい顔をしていたのでな。少し驚いた。すまん。
Sai apologizes, and he tries to lighten the mood. I actually don't mind topics like this, and I didn't realize I was looking so severe. I love talking about murders all the time. Why won't anyone talk about murder with me more often? Then there's a gentle knock on the student council room's door. Hey, teacher man.
はい。何ですか、先生。
Mr. Kazuki enters, and Isai steps over to him to have a quiet conversation. I eat the rest of my chicken nuggies. It must be a casual student council matter since Isai looks relaxed. Look at that! Something I don't see every day. Isai is surprisingly shy. He keeps his distance from classmates and even teachers. But for some reason, he's warmed up to the student council advisor, Mr. Kazuki. Maybe they get along because they're both so straight-laced. Soichirao. Mr. Kazuki is the homeroom teacher for Class 2A. He's very serious and kind of a weirdo. Some part of that is probably why he and Isai get along. Two continue to talk. As I watch them, I can't stop thinking about murder. Like, if I ran a sword through like both of them right now, could I do it in one blow? Classes end. It's time to go home. I can't wander around because I have work today. I shouldn't do anything at school. I should head straight to the neighboring town, but maybe the morning's conversation bothered me more than I realized. The next thing I know, I'm at Kyoto Club. What the heck am I thinking? Mitsuzuri and Ren Tosaka frequently visits. I hadn't thought about that, but I think it'd be a problem if Shinji got violent against Tosaka. Shinji's unstoppable when he gets mad. He's the incredible... No, he's not a Hulk. He's the incredible... Well, he's not even incredible. He's just a jerk. Shinji lashed out at Tosaka because she rejected him would be super duper bad. Well, I don't know exactly how. It'd just be bad. Tosaka's not even here. Tosaka's nowhere to be found. Thankfully, because I haven't come up with a voice for her yet. Mitsuzuri worried over nothing. Arg! What's up, best friend? Isai, who I thought I parted ways with, is standing right next to me. What you doing, stalker? Why are you here, Isai? Don't scare me like that. I scare easily. I might have peed a little. Well, it's Tosaka. I heard she had a spat with Shinji, so I wanted to make sure things were okay. Well, what? It's none of your business what I do around here. Shinji would be very bad at social deduction games. Like, if he played Blood on the Clock Tower, he'd absolutely just admit he's the imposter. He'd admit he's the Leech, Vortox, whatever he was. What? Cut class, so she's absent? I see. Wait, Isai, why do you think she cut classes? That's not something she'd ever do!
あいつが風邪などひくものか。俺が見たところあいつは悪いやつだ。外見に騙されるとパクッと食われるぞエミヤ。
Did I call him Shinji earlier? No, Shiro. His name's Shiro, right? I've already forgotten my name. Dang it. Somehow what Isai's saying irritates me. I may not know Tosaka that well, but I don't think she's a bad person. But she might be a bad girl. Deserve that? Shiro, not Shinji, Shiro. Also, it's pronounced Issei. I'm sticking with Isai. Sorry. Watch what you say, Isai. You know Tosaka's not gonna like that.
なんだエミヤも遠坂狙いなのか。ああ、それはすまない。今のは流してくれ。
Everyone's got a secret crush on her. Or not so secret. A secret crush like heck. Don't make assumptions. I'm just worried Shinji. Shinji is evil guy. Shiro is good guy. Shiro, Shinji. Stupid brain. Worried Shinji's gonna stir up trouble.
シンジが遠坂に殴りかかろうとしたら止めるためか。またそんな役回りをするな。別に俺は気にしないが、割と趣味が悪いのだな、エミヤは。
Yeah, he did have an onion soup for breakfast. That does count as bad taste. I'm unscathed so far because nothing has happened. But Isai, what was that poop you were saying?
遠坂狙いは趣味が悪いってことかい？
Yeah, that! Tosaka's popular and I haven't heard any bad rumors about her. If you know that she's a bad girl, you should tell me.
ああ、聞かないね。それがまた気に食わない。
What part bothers you?
だから全部だよ。あれは目ぎつれだ。女性だ、妖怪だ。とにかく生理的に気に食わない。悪いことは言わないから、エミヤも気に入らないようにしろ。
Then why are you blushing? Isai and Rin sitting in a tree. Probably not kissing, probably having some sort of intellectual argument or something like that. They would have a Sam and Diane dynamic. You're the one who always warns everyone not to talk about people behind their back.
たわけ。これが陰口に入るか。俺は聞こえるように喋っている。
No wonder I sense people watching us. Well, that's a relief. I'm glad Tosaka's absent today. Isai, please, can we talk a little bit quieter?
エミヤがそういうのなら了解した。が、とりわけ中傷していたわけではないぞ。単に竜道一世が遠坂凛を警戒していると言っただけだ。あくまで個人の趣味嗜好の範囲だろう。
And yet you used words like vixen and minx. I'm pretty sure minx is a bad word? Is it? I'm not sure. Is a minx a... I know Shinx is a Pokemon.
メギツネにも妖怪にもいいものはいる。あくまで遠坂を表現する値として採用しただけである。
Cuts. Isai laughs.
それではな。俺は生徒会室に戻るが、エミヤはバイトだろう。こんなところで道草を食っている暇はなかろう。
Isai leaves calm and composed. Perhaps because he felt satisfied having said everything he wanted to say. I've known him for 2 years now, but honestly, I don't get that guy. For a second, I thought that was a machine gun. I was just like, what? That would have been a change of tone. I ride the bus from school for 20 minutes. I arrive in Shinto, the neighboring town across the bridge. It's not even 5 yet. I still have time. There aren't many part-time jobs in the residential area of Miyama. There are plenty in Shinto since it's a developing area. Our school allows students to hold part-time jobs, so I take a lot of simple ones. I prefer my jobs to be physical, and the tougher and shorter they are, the better. I get paid all while training my body. Erg! So it's like killing two birds with one stone. Mwah! Today, I'll work from 5 to 8 for a simple loading job. May just be 3 hours work, but it feels more like 6 hours since they make you work without a minute's rest. That's kind of messed up. Which means I need to rest when I have the opportunity, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Walking around aimlessly would be a waste of energy, so I decide to rest at the park. This park is nestled between buildings, and it's like a giant plaza full of trees and shrubbery. A park should typically be filled with families and couples during the weekends and holidays. But this one's deserted at this hour. In fairness, this place is always desolate, no matter the time of day. It's the same as always, I sigh. The area is unkept, and it's really pretty ugly compared to other places that are properly landscaped and maintained. As if the desolate location had set the mood. The wind itself blows cold and harsh. This place is the remnant of the great catastrophe from 10 years ago. The very place where I was saved from the brink of death. Why don't they seed the grass here or something? It's a shame to keep it like this. The area is quite large, so they leveled it. There'd be plenty of space to work on the park. Sit down on a bench and think. Sit down on my thinking bench and think. 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 With nothing to do, I stared at the burned area. Don't remember anything that happened here. Only thing I remember was it was hot. Couldn't breathe, and some people were trying to save others. I wonder why that happened. One adult died because they tried to save a child from a burning house. Another person offered all the available water to extinguish a raw, parched throat, while others in the same situation died. Someone here tried to flee the fire as fast as they could, but the people left behind died. And someone died here because they gave whatever it was that kept them alive to someone I didn't even know. I don't like thinking about that. Just thinking about people trying to help and becoming victims for their trouble just makes me angry. It's too much to ask everyone to be saved and for them to get their happy ending after. All I want to see is people peacefully prepare. Why can't that happen? That was Kiritsugu's response to the question when a very young me asked it. As a child, I refused to accept the idea. But you saved me! I knew you were a magician and you could do anything! I knew you were a champion of justice who wouldn't let anyone suffer, and you did it without asking for a reward! That's why I always believed you managed to save everyone back then. In response to me shouting at him, Kiritsugu looked more troubled than I'd ever seen him. And he said something I remember to this day. Yeah, I get that. Kind of depressing, though. Now that it's been pointed out, kind of seems obvious. Imagine if there was a burglar or some hostage and the burglar intends to kill the hostages. Normally, a majority of the hostages would probably die. But if by a miracle they were all saved, there's someone who didn't get saved. The burglar, of course. Saving the hostage was done at the cost of his life. People of champions of justice saves only those whom the champion of justice deems to save. Thereby saving everyone's impossible. Even God can't do that. especially if it's a natural disaster. No person is able to save everyone and everything. Hope no one was affected by that earthquake in California. I kept, like, at the same time on Twitter, I just saw a bunch of people say, like, this is a big one! Just like, hope no one was actually hurt in it. The fire 10 years ago was like that. As someone who was miraculously saved from the incident, it wasn't my place to say anything at this point. But I still don't like it. I don't want anything like that. I don't like the idea that there's a limitation on who can be saved, no matter how impossible it may be. I need to reach out to help. I can't stand to see people around me die like back then. With the person I am now, I'd been there 10 years ago, I would have thrown myself into that fire. Then I would have died. For nothing. That would have happened for sure. Jeez, I can't even fantasize in my own head. Ah, darn, I can't believe it's already 5. A bell in the distance rings, chiming 5 o'clock. I get up from the bench and hurry to my part-time job. By the time I'm done, the sun has long since left. Goodbye, Mr. Sun. I'll miss you. A little before 8. I finished about 10 minutes early because I kind of overworked myself. Whoops. Maybe it's because I stopped by that park, but that might have motivated me to push harder. There are a bunch of people milling about in an endless stream of cars. Guess there's no need to get something for Fujini. I walk along the path and I gaze up at a lighted building. The biggest building in Shinto, so I can't see all the way to the top. As I gaze at the building, enjoying the night scenery... Wait, huh? I think I see something bizarre. What is that? I stop and try to look at the very tip top. I squint, trying to bring what I see into focus, but it's like staring at grains of rice. So now we know who it was. Hey, Ren, what up? Dot, dot, dot? It looks like someone I know. But I can't think why this girl I know would have a reason to be there. Doesn't seem like she's gonna do anything up there, but she's just standing there looking down at the city as the wind ruffles her hair. Doesn't seem to notice me. Actually, there's no way she could see me. Even my near-perfect vision, enhanced with magecraft, can barely distinguish what's up there. I'm sure I'm able to tell she's up there because she's isolated. There's no way she would be able to pick me up in a crowd. No way she has magic powers that would allow her to see me. She's just looking around town, like she's looking for something. I forget how long it's been, but I continue just to keep staring at her, hoping for an upskirt shot. She's standing there at the top of the high tower. She's like a magician, looking down at the surface world. Oh! And then she disappears. How spooky! The rooftop stands empty, and the scenery returns to normal. What was Tasaka doing up there? I can't be sure, but I'm probably right about who it was. There aren't many girls I know who stand out like her. Besides, I'm not so out of it I'd fail to notice a girl I secretly admire. You didn't hear me say that. I mean, man, she has a weird way of spending her time. I know when I'm sick, I don't go to the top of tall buildings. Unlike Shinto, there's no sign of people anywhere in Miyama. There is nobody around after 8 at night, and the town is silent and still. The house I saw this morning stands across the intersection. There are no signs of life, and a no trespassing sign hangs over the door. It's just a single day, and the house has fallen quiet, almost like an abandoned building. The girl and her parents were killed by a burglar. I wonder what life awaits the single child who survived. I bite my lip, frustrated at the powerlessness. I promised I'd be just like Kiritsugu, but I couldn't do anything, even when something like this happened so close to home. I want to help people. I don't know what I can do. I reach the top of the hill where my house sits. The lights are on, so Fujini or Sakura are still inside. I'm home! Oh, it's just you, Fujini. Welcome back, Shiro! Fujini turned toward me, munching on a rice cracker. The TV is tuned to a lively variety show. You're home late again. Didn't I tell you to come home earlier since it got dark so fast? I am home early. I worked until 8, so I got off around then. Where's Sakura? I see dinner's already prepared. Sakura went home early. She said she had something to do today, so she just came to make dinner. Fujini cheerfully replies, as far as she's concerned, anyone who makes her food is a good person. I see. That's probably a good thing for now. It's been dangerous lately, so maybe I'll take over making dinner until the new school term starts. Objection! You came home so late if you ate dinner. When you got back, I wouldn't eat until after 10. Couldn't you just eat at home? What are you talking about? This is my home! Fujini tilts her head puzzled. Honestly, I'm not sure if a response like that should make me happy or sad. Fine, I know it's pointless asking you to make dinner, but by the way, what's that you've got there? You didn't bring over more junk, did you? Fujini had a tendency to leave her junk here. She'll bring stuff like bowls from restaurants that are too big to be functional, an unnecessarily heavy earthen teapot, or a weird guitar that plays itself. She must think this place is convenient storage or something. Show it to me. I'm going to toss it in its trash. If it's trash. This thing, it's just a poster. Fujini hands me the poster. It's probably a poster of a no-name singer. Let's see. I knew it. It's a poster of a young man wearing a military uniform smiling with his thumb up, all in front of a cheap-looking background. The capture on the poster in bloody font. Love's lovely Ranger Land. Come to the self-defense meetup. Hey, it's a recruitment for a youth group. I don't want it, so you can have it. I don't want this either! I quickly roll the poster up and try to whack Fujini on the head with it. You missed. However, Fujini counters mercilessly with another poster she's been holding. Conk! Her poster sword bops me tight. Ah! Stars, I see stars. You thought you were going to hit me. You'll need to up your game if you ever hope to do that. That's not the issue here. How does a paper poster make a sound like that? Did she make some sort of technique only a true poster master can execute? Oh, sorry, my poster is a collector's edition made of a fancy plate steel. Is your head okay, Shiro? Fujini, you're gonna kill me one of these days. I hope that's an ending. Please let Fujini kill me in an ending. Ha ha ha! If that time ever comes, it'll be good because you'll sweep in and marry me. I'm gonna... No. No teacher-student relationships. Just because I dated Kawakami in Persona 5 does not mean I approve of such a thing. No chance I'm marrying a natural-born killer. What? I don't think I'm that violent. You would be that unaware of your actions. Pray I survive. I'll have to be very careful from now on if I have any hopes of avoiding being murdered. That's not foreshadowing. Keep talking big, but now I'm hungry, Shiro. I've been waiting so long. Let's hurry up and eat already. Fujini gets up. What's up with Fujini? She must really be hungry if she's offering to help, even if it's just help setting the table. Fine, you take out the plates and bowls. You can at least scoop the rice into bowls, right? Of course I can! Do you think it'll be okay if I use the bigger rice bowl? Shouldn't be a problem. Sakura's not here today, so we'll definitely have leftovers. Good, good. Then you and I have matching bowls today. Fujini scoops mounds of rice into 2 large bowls. Whatever. I was gonna have for a second helping anyway. If I meddle in what Fujini does right now, we may not have any dinner. Besides, this is the chaotic scene dinner at my home has been for years. Oh, I thought we were going to have a heartful flashback about how she kind of just moved in. Another day ends. We finish our rowdy dinner, and after I see Fujini off, I take a bath. After that, head to the shed for my training, shove a couple of rods into my spine, and then I go to sleep. 1 o'clock in the morning. Day ends peacefully. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Yup, nothing is going to go wrong on day 3. Nope. That is overridden. It's day night. 3. Long day. Long night. Yeah, it's gonna be a long night on this one. Ooh. I'm in a fire. Houses crumble, people burn. No matter where I go, all I see is crimson. This is what I saw 10 years ago. The long forgotten memory of the past. I've run through the scenery, recreating what happened. I know it's a nightmare and there's no way of escape. I run and I run and I keep running, and every time the scene ends with me, child running out of energy and just getting rescued. I wake up feeling wrong. Did I actually put the knife in my back instead of the iron rod? A hand to my forehead tells me I'm sweating even though it's winter. Oh no, it's late. The clock reads past 6. Just want to check the flowchart. Huh. Wonder how we could have gotten up there and where it would have led to. Because, like, we have to see Rin, right? Because, like, Rin sees us during her day. Or maybe not. Maybe, like, this is the canon path and, like, there's a non-canon path where Rin doesn't see us there. I don't know. I love a visual novel where I can see the chart. And I can just plot out in my head. It's just like, okay, what are the keys to get into this area? I hear the soft sound of chopping from the kitchen. Sakura's early again. Not really time to be impressed by what an early riser she is. I need to hurry and get ready so I can help her with breakfast. Ashira, what are you going to do today? It's Saturday! So do you have to work in the afternoon? No, not today. I might help Asai out. Why do you ask? No reason. I was hoping you could swing by the dojo if you had nothing to do, because, well, I'm kind of in a bind this month. A bind? Why? So long as it's not Pokemon Gen 1 bind. No one likes that bind. My bank account's hurting, you see, and it'd be a huge help if someone made lunch for a while. Not happening. It's your mess. You can afford to miss a meal or two. I wasn't expecting anything from you, Shiro. The only person I can count on is Sakura. Right, Sakura? Yes, if you don't mind having what I have, I can make you something. Good, good. Let us eat lunch together today. Breakfast goes smoothly. Today's menu includes typical sides, main dish, a braised lotus root, konyaku, and chicken. Sakura probably didn't need to make such an elaborate dish, but I'm guessing he made extra to pack for lunch. Curse you, you... I forgot the word for what I was going to call the teacher. Not lazy, not leeching, but you know what I meant. Something along those lines. Sakura is a member of the Kyoto Club, and Fujimi is the faculty advisor. Nobody would think it was weird for those two to have the same lunch. By the way, Shira, you woke up late today. Did something happen? Fujini looks my way as she sips her miso. Much as she's just kind of out there most of the time, she's actually kind of sharp about that sort of thing. I had a dream about the past and woke up feeling poopy. That's it. Ah, the usual. Nothing to worry about then. Just your usual past trauma. I'm not going to care about that then. Not an interesting topic for Fujini, so she shifts the conversation. Thanks for caring about my trauma. 10 years ago, I used to have nightmares a lot, back when I couldn't shake the memory. But as time went on, they grew less and less frequent. Been told my nightmares were pretty bad back then, though. Fujini was already with us by then. She'd been sensitive about changes in me since. So if she's been here for years, is there even a slight chance she doesn't necessarily know we're training to be a mage, but knew that our father was a mage? Did she know Kuritsugu was a mage? Leaning towards no, but not impossible. Shiro, are you hungry at all? Your dreams this morning haven't affected you, has it? No, I'm fine, so quit using my dream as an excuse to steal my food. Oh, I'm happy to see you turned out to be such a strong boy. I wish you just wound you up a little bit more gentle. Right back at you, since I'm basically your younger brother. I kind of wish you'd end up more delicate and sweet yourself. We both huff and turn our heads from each other. Seeing that as a sign that I'm fine, Fujimi smiles in relief. She doesn't know telling normal people about mages is... She might not be a normal person for all I know. Like, she might be a secret mage too for all I know. Could she be a master? For comic relief, I would hope so, but I don't think so. Honestly, I do appreciate her consideration. But I know she'll get an ego if I say it directly, so I pretend to grunt and protest instead. Huh? Sakura looks puzzled by our interaction. She don't get us. It's okay. Soon after Fujini leaves, I lock up and Sakura and I leave as well. We get to hang out with Sakura today, maybe. Senpai, I won't be able to come and help out from today until Monday. Will that be alright? That's fine. Besides, it's the weekend. I bet you have friends to hang out with. So don't worry about me. Please go make a friend. That's not it. It's for personal reasons, so I'm still going to practice at the club. So if you need anything, just come to the dojo. I'll figure things out. And I'm not going to go out just because it's the weekend, so please don't get the wrong idea. Huh? Sakura's acting suspicious, or at least she seems nervous. I don't know why, but it's probably just that she can't come over the weekend. Got it. I'll go to the dojo if I need anything. That would be great. Sakura sighs in relief. But the moment Sakura lowers her gaze, her expression stiffens. Senpai, your hand. Huh? Sakura staring at my left hand. I look down and see blood trickling from it. Cool! I pull up my shirt sleeve. Yep, I'm bleeding. Did I cut myself last night? I don't feel any pain. Looks like there's a welt on my hand. The bruise stretches all the way from my shoulder to the back of my hand. It looks like a snake that's trying to reach my palm from the top of my shoulder. Is it because I stuck a metal rod into my arm and I just forgot to get it out? Well, it doesn't hurt. I'm sure it'll go away soon. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Okay, if you're sure, I won't worry. The sight of the blood probably made Sakura sick since she's keeping her head down. Sakura heads to the club while I head to the school building. The schoolyard is filled with that blood. Oh! I just spoiled myself, but... Okay. It looks like we're not going to be making any choices. Nothing's going to happen. But, okay, we did have a split here. So nothing's going to happen until the fight. I feel like this section we could potentially fast forward through in that case. Something felt strange. Everything at the school is as usual. The students exercise. Maybe it's just my imagination. But when I close my eyes, you might get me to reveal. Buildings' walls feel strained, like membranes have latched onto them. And the students themselves seem like empty dolls. Maybe I'm just tired. I head on to campus. School ends early on Saturdays. Class ends in the morning. By the time I finish inside, the sun's starting to set. Yep, time to go home. Not going to chill out at school. Nothing bad's about to happen. Nope. But then... Hey, you're still here, Emiya. I run into Shinji. There are a few girls behind him making a small commotion. I can't believe you're still hanging around when you've got nothing to do. Oh right, you're still kissing the student council's butt. Look at you. You get into the school's good graces even though you don't go to any clubs. I'm not helping the student council, I'm just helping the school by repairing old junk since we all use it. Jerk. Listen to you. Anything is a given. According to Emiya, did I ever tell you how much you tick me off? Don't remember. Probably wasn't listening if you did. Say stuff like that all the time. Don't kill him, don't kill him. I want to kill him. Grr! I get it. So you're saying you'll fix anything as long as it's something that's in the school, huh? It's impossible to fix everything, but most things I can take care of, yeah. Do me a favor. Our countdown club's kind of a mess. We've got bowstrings lying around, the range hasn't been cleared recently. If you've got time on your hands, you should take care of that too. You used to be in the countdown club, so shouldn't you be helping us too instead of just kissing the student council's butt all the time? What is it with your fascination and me kissing someone's butt? What kind of fantasies are you having, dude?
ちょっと先輩、それって先輩が藤村先生に言われてたことじゃなかった？そうですよ。ちゃんとやっておかないと明日怒られますよ。
でもさ、今から片付けしてたら店閉まるじゃん。そこの人
悪いよ。それに部外者に後片付けなんかできるわけないし。そうでもないんじゃない？あの人元弓道部員だってシンジが言ってるしさ。任せちゃえばいいのよ。
Thank you for rationalizing female background characters. The girls behind Shinji are awful chatty. They seem to be Kyoudao members. But since I don't recognize any of them, they must be recent members. I'm counting on you then. The key's in the usual place, so just go in whenever. You don't mind, right, Emiya? No, I don't mind. I've got time on my hands, it's no problem. Thanks, let's go everyone. This clown will do the boring chores for us.
待ってよ先輩。じゃああとはよろしくお願いしますね先輩。
Yay, friend. Like, can I use my powers to make a bomb? And just, like, can we find his locker and just put it in there? Can we put our powers to good use, please? I cleaned the JoJo without any problems. It's a big room, so it took a while. But it's the kind of fun cleaning the place I used to spend so much time in until a year and a half ago. Midway through, I considered trying to shoot for a bit, but I decided not to. It would be rude to the owner of the bow. If I want to shoot, all I have to do is bring my own bow. I look at the time, and it's way past curfew. It's a little after 7, and the school gates must be closed by now. So there's no need for us to rush out. And now that I look closely, I don't remember the dojo being this dirty before. There's dirt and grime all over the place. Guess another hour or two won't make much of a difference and won't get me stabbed in the heart. Already started, might as well. Son of a gun. Thank you, quote-unquote friend, for letting me be here as soon as the time bomb is attempting to go off. The wind is starting to pick up. It's so cold, my cheeks start to sting. Miyuki typically isn't cold at night during winter, but tonight's certainly an exception. Breath fogs the air with every exhale. No wonder it's darker than usual. The moon's hidden tonight. I look up and there's no light in the sky. Curfew's long past and there's no sign of life. Not so much as a sound can be heard on campus. It seems to be covered with colder air than any place in town. Whoa, what? I just heard something. I do hear something. It's coming from the schoolyard. I wonder what it could be. What could possibly go wrong? Go to the schoolyard. Is that people? Looks that way from the distance. It's just so darn dark. I need to get closer. That sounds like a good idea. Sound grows louder, more intense. I know the sound. It's clashing metal. It sounds like a fight. This is kind of stupid. What the heck am I thinking? Yeah. That's the million-dollar question, idiot. I'm being stupid. Who would ever fight in the school courtyard with weapons like that? And then, it was probably gut instinct that sensed danger. Or maybe keeping out of sight as I approached, which was just a stroke of luck. Whatever the reason, I hid behind a tree big enough to conceal me and take a closer look at the source. There, my mind froze. Whoa, what? Kinda can't comprehend what I'm seeing. Man in red, man in blue. It's red versus blue. It's just the Halo series brought to life. The two of them are clad in armor so ancient, it's several steps beyond old-fashioned. It's just ridiculous. But their rapid, deadly movement make clear. This fight is no joke. I don't understand. I can't even follow their movement. They're super duper fast. It's like Sonic and Knuckles at the Olympic Games. Sadly, they weren't allowed this year. That made me sad. Stupid Paris. Their movements look so surreal, my mind can't function. The sound of their clashing weapons is the only thing convincing me. The two of them are actually fighting to the death. But there's one thing I'm sure about. They're not human. My magecraft isn't why I know this. Anyone can tell they're not human. I can feel their intent to kill. I'm gonna die. My body instinctively knows before my brain kicks in that I just won't live if I stay here. I sense they're living things designed only to kill. No knife or blade would match whatever that guy's wielding. They're clearly meant only to kill. It's like he's holding like some sort of stick with a piece of metal at the end of it, whatever that's called. I suddenly remember yesterday's murders. The family fell victim were killed by a bladed weapon. Darn! I shouldn't stay and watch for another second. Also shouldn't be speaking out loud to attract them to me potentially. My mind's telling me to flee. More than anything, any internal conflict, I'm just paralyzed. More than 40 meters away, but I still imagine getting stabbed in the back. I can't breathe. Sound stopped. Two figures separate and stand still, facing each other. Just as I'm about to feel a sense of relief that the fight's over, another stronger sense of malice creeps over me. What? My heart feels like it's shriveled up in my chest. The numbness in my body turns to convulsions. I clench my teeth in an effort to compose myself. Unbelievable! Who the heck is that guy? A nauseating high amount of magic energy flows into the man in blue. Yuritsuki once demonstrated me how to draw in magic energy from one's surroundings. Kind of magecraft so beautiful that it impressed even an apprentice mage. This is different. The same way the simple act of drinking water can look revolting if done excessively. Man in Blue was binge eating. The sight is so extreme that anyone with magic energy would find it repulsive. What's that called? Like a mukbang? What's that, like, video thing where people just eat for hours on end? I guess that's what our Lancer's doing. Hey, there's an audience for it. Not me, but hey. It's gonna die. The man in red is dead meat. The attack will be infused with more magic energy than anyone could possibly defend against. I'm going to die. That inhuman is gonna die. Can I just let this happen? Question shakes me out of paralysis. My body is suddenly free. I take a deep breath. Who's there? Man in Blue glares in my direction. The man in blue crouches in a way that tells me one thing. I'm his new target. My legs are moving. Before I even have the thought of running, the rest of my body realizes it's time to flee for my life. Suddenly all of my energy is being poured into doing that. I don't remember where I ran or how I got there, but I'm in a school building. Real genius here! I regret my actions as I huff and I puff. I could have run around town. I'm the world's biggest idiot. Think I can escape by running into an empty building? School of all places. There had to be a better place to hide. What the hell convinced me I'd die if I didn't run to begin with? My chest is burning from all the running. I turn around, but I don't sense anyone pursuing me. All I hear is my own footsteps. Only footsteps. I can finally stop. My feet. I can barely move. Another step. I go down lungfuls of air. What the hell was all that? I try to recall. Just what I saw as I catch my breath. One thing's for sure. I was not meant to see that. Finally, I could finally stop. My feet could barely move another step. I gulped down a lungful of air, trying to slow my heart down. I breathed, sigh of relief. I survived. What the hell was all that? I try to recall what I just saw. I catch my breath. One thing's for sure. I was not meant to see that. Things that looked human fighting in the schoolyard at night. That's all I remember. But I'd seen something else out of the corner of my eye. I think there was someone else. I can't remember what they look like, though. Honestly, I can't afford to look at anything other than the two figures. Finally. Guess a little game of hide and seek ends here, huh? The voice comes right from me. You ran pretty far. I can't breathe. My mind I can't think. I know I'm going to die. There's no way out of this. Get that right? Don't worry. It's always like this when you're about to die. Nothing to be ashamed of. And with that, he raises his spear. It's alright, kid. Just unlucky today. But you saw what you saw. So you gotta die. No mercy. No compassion. His spear pierces my heart. I didn't even have time to dodge. No training I ever did prepared me for this. I knew I was going to die. I knew that spear was going to impale me, but I couldn't move. Ah. The world distorts around me. My body goes cold. Numbness creeps from my fingertips to the rest of me. Awkward time for an ad break, but actually a really good time for me to hydrate. Woo! This is a fun part of voice acting. I'm loving this. This is fun. Time for you to see even a small taste of how far Shiro's I don't want to make a problem for anyone else mindset goes. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. This is fun. That was a good death. Good death. GG. Game over. Now, is the rest of the game from Sakura's perspective? Can the rest of the game be from Sakura's perspective or Tiger's perspective? I would love if just the rest of the game was Tiger's perspective. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with we do that. Shiro, you did a good job. You tried your best. It just didn't work out for you this time. But hey, at least before you died, you did a good job of cleaning up the archery range. So you're not gonna die in vain. I'm proud of you, Shiro. Good on you. This hydration's in your honor, buddy. Back to the dying voice acting. I cough up blood just once. I felt like there should have been more. It was just one cough. That spear must have been special. My blood grows stagnant. My heart just stops. All from a single strike of that spear. I can't see anything. I don't feel anything. I'm like a jellyfish floating in the dark. There's gotta be a better analogy. Can I come up with a better analogy? Nope. Why am I thinking about jellyfish on my deathbed? I never did try jellyfish sushi. Maybe that's my last regret. I stopped feeling pain long ago. Wait, if someone pees on my heart, will that heal me? Is that why I'm thinking of jellyfish? Or was that an old wives' tale? Sadly, there's no one here who can pee on my heart. If only there was someone who just could appear out of nowhere and save me with the power of urine. It is sterile. The world has turned white. I am the lone dark spot. Okay, now you're getting into some emo poetry here. So rather than being aware that I died, it just feels like everything around me has ceased to exist. I know this. I experienced the same thing 10 years ago. This is what dying feels like. Dead men tell no tales, but the weak dying is just the order of things. My eyes can't focus. It's a dirty thing you made me do after what I just did. Calling me a hero seems like a bad joke. I can only hear his voice. I know, I'm not complaining. But at least I saw the girl's servant. No, wait, no. Irish guy. Ah, I know. I'm not complaining. At least I saw the girl's servant. I'll head back. It sounds so irritated. Afterwards, I hear footsteps down the hallway. Another, huh? Archer, huh? No, wait, nope. Is it still Irish? Archer, huh? Irish. Dang it, I don't know if this is Lancer or Archer. Or maybe Ren. No, not Ren. It can't be Ren. Archer, I want to settle the score. I'm in no position to ruin my master's plans. Son, my master's a nasty one. The voice suddenly disappears. Must have jumped out a window afterwards. Footsteps I heard earlier stop. There's an awkward silence and footsteps again. I can't hear that well anymore. What voice do we give Ren? Like, I don't think the generic ballet girl voice that I'm really bad at is going to work. In my brain, it doesn't fit Ren that well. It didn't feel that great when I was trying to voice her in this. Go after him. No, not the spiritually voice, not the very breathy voice for her. We're going to give Saber generic British lady. What lady voice do I have? Or do I go with a dude voice for Rin? Curses. Why? Go after him, Go after. Go after him, Archer. Lancer will probably be back at his master. We need to at least find out what his master looks like. No. Go after him, Archer. Lancer will probably go back to his master. We need to at least find out what his master looks like. Overly dramatic? Could Ren be a drama queen? I think let's try that for now. Let's go with that for a little while. I don't know who's talking. I muster up my concentration as my mind fades, but I can't put my finger on it. All I can hear is the sound of my breathing. My lungs must still be functioning. I hear a loud whistling sound coming from my mouth, like a passing typhoon. I'm impressed he's not dead yet. I sense someone peering into my face. My breathing must be loud as the person reaches their finger out to close my mouth. Stop! Seriously? Why does it have to be you? Whoever it is, they grit their teeth, seeming troubled. The moment I hear that sound, the person touches me without hesitation. Forging and replacing an entire heart! Honestly, if this works, I should be a shoo-in for the clock tower. The voice sounds stressed. In the moment, my fading consciousness flickers. Nothing. Sensation returns to my body. Slowly, little by little, my bodily functions return. Like dewdrops trickling down a leaf. Drip, drip. How are my clothes? Do I have the drip? What's going on? The person hovering over me is sweating, intensely focused on their hands pressed on my chest. Next thing I know, the palm over my chest gets super hot. It's so hot my corpse jolts, my cold stagnant blood flows again. You! I sense the person take a deep breath and sit down. I'm beat. I hear something fall. Well, I guess I couldn't help it. Forgive me, Father, your daughter is just an extremely heartless person. That was it. The person mocks herself and leaves? My heart resumes beating. And I pass out. It's not the everlasting peace I expected. I fall into a slumber, bound to wake up again. We go. Would have liked the heartbeat with that. Well, no, maybe we don't need a heartbeat. Maybe that's just symbolizing the contract, because it had like the light doing the heartbeat thing, which is why I was just thrown off by there not being a heartbeat sound effect when we've had heartbeat sound effects multiple times in this. I wake up suddenly. I feel sick and my entire body aches every time my heart beats. I stab through heart. What? What the heck happened? My intense headache prevents me from remembering anything. My body's cold and stiff, likely because I've been in this hallway a long time. Only thing I figured out is that the chest area of my uniform's torn and my blood stains the hall floor. My head feels hazy as I get up. The spot where I laid looks like a murder scene. Seriously? Is my chest stabbed? I fight a surge of nausea as I head into a classroom. I open a closet and pull a rag and bucket. What the heck am I doing? Seriously, I get stabbed, I get a heart replacement, and the first thing he does is clean up after himself? The first thing you do is clean up your own murder scene. Shiro is so dead set on not letting his problem be anyone else, he cleans up his... Shiro is psychotic. Good lord. This is one of the most ghoulish things I've ever seen. Oh darn, it's not coming out. I wipe the floor with the rag I find. I manage to wipe off the blood, despite the incredible weakness in my whole body. Then gather up everything scattered on the floor and shove it in my pockets. This may be my way of hiding any evidence. I must be doing stupid stuff because my head... Yes! The answer is yes! Ah! I put the rag and bucket away and stagger out of the school like a zombie. My body heats up with every step I take. It's so cold, yet my body seems to be on fire. Apparently feel like you're set on fire is a side effect of being stabbed in the heart and then having that heart magically revived. Are we still here? Nope. We're about to have the thing happen, though. By the time I reach my house, the date changed. There's no one in the house. Sakura and even Fujini left a long time ago. I collapse on the floor. Lying on the floor finally lets me calm down a bit. I inhale deeply. My heart feels like it cracks every time my chest expands. Actually, it's the opposite. It's not that my heart is cracking. The hole in my heart was just patched up, so expanding my chest opens the wound. So I really was almost killed. Well, that's also not true. I wasn't almost killed. I kind of was killed! I should be freaking out more about this. But I'm panicking. Someone saved me, and now I'm alive. I'm alive, I'm alive, I am so alive, and I wonder who it was. I would like to thank them. Maybe give them a nice thank you card. Maybe make them a cupcake. They'd like a cupcake, right? They were in the area, it means they could be involved with the people fighting. But it still doesn't change the fact that they saved me, so I need to thank them properly one day. I need to go to the Hallmark aisle. Erg! The moment I drop my guard, the pain returns. At the same time, the nausea strikes me. Ugh. I sit up and hold the nausea and pain, barely. I place my hand on my bare chest, where the uniform's torn. Might have been saved, but not my clothes. My clothes are still pierced. That feeling, the agony of the spear in my chest, it's not something I can forget. Oh, I'm gonna have nightmares about this for a while. When I close my eyes, I feel the spear thrust again. I try to shake the delusion off, make every effort to regain my composure. Good. Calming down. This must be thanks to my nightly training. My thought clears as I take a slow, deep breath. The fever and nausea abate a bit. So about what happened? Man in blue, man in red. Looked human, they ain't. Could have been a ghost. Was it a spooky ghost? And the thing was talking, which makes it a little hard to believe it was a ghost. It even had a bad Irish accent. From what I heard, the only spirits that possess physical bodies are the elemental types. But I thought elementals didn't look human. Hello, Corvus. It is going very well. We just got our heart exploded and brought back to life. Welcome to the world of Fate Stay Night. Hope you're having a lovely day, Corvus. Welcome to Visual Novel Land. It's where I'm going to be for quite a while, but so far, I'm happy to be in it. That's not the issue here. There's a more fundamental issue. Those two were trying to kill each other. And there was a robbery and a murder at a house nearby. Eerie stuff has been in Fuyuki lately. With all this in mind, the only conclusion I can come to is that it's out of my control and nothing to worry about. If only the old man were alive right now. Well, I guess that did sound kind of... yes, it sounded very whiny that you wished your father was alive. How whiny, how selfish of you. How dare you say such a thing? But I'll put it down to the patched up chest wound that still feels raw. Idiot, I already decided to do whatever I can, even if I don't understand what's going on. I can complain later. First of all, I need to decide whether I should get involved or not. Gasp! The bell on the roof of the house rings. Fate Stay Night is the same as Fate Grand Order. Yes, this is the origin of the entire Fate universe. This is the visual novel that came out like 20 years ago or so, and like Fate Zero, Fate Grand Order, everything is sort of based on this world. Same world, kind of different timeline. I don't know how the timeline of Fate Grand Order works. Ask Skeeth, aka the story arc, about that if you want details. It's a wild thing. But yeah, this is the granddaddy of them all, and it finally came out. Like, for the first time, it got the official translation and came out just less than a week ago. And I am diving into this, and I'm loving it so far. No matter what anyone says, this house is still a mage's house. A bounded field is set around it, and if there's an intruder in the area, an alarm rings. A burglar at this hour? I berate myself for my own idiocy. Of course it's not a burglar, given the timing right after the incident. Definitely an intruder. No burglar. It's an assassin. They're here to take a life, not property. Sadly, you don't know about Fate. All you know is that there's a lot of characters in it that people love, and that they're all based on, or that they're based on historical, mythological people. Yes, this is to give like the basic summary of sort of the premise of the Fate universe. There is a magic war going on, and 7 mages summon 7 servants, and those 7 servants are like the historical mythological creatures, mythological people that you just mentioned. And looks like our main character is about to summon his own, even though it's not going to be on purpose, probably. Because that man said so himself. You saw what you saw? Gotta die. The house is dead silent. That same murderous intent I felt in the school creeps closer through the hushed darkness. I gulp. A chill prickles like needles along my spine. No illusion, not my imagination. I know that the moment I leave the room, I'm gonna get stabbed again. Dang it! You've seen a lot of Joan of Arc, although version or something. I remember Joan of Arc being one of the people from Fate Grand Order, like what little I played of it back in the day. But like the Fate system has like 7 classes, but I remember Joan of Arc being like a weird class, like a flag class or something like that. Because they can do whatever the heck they want with their franchise. If they want to expand from like the 7 specific summons with the 7 specific classes, they can feel free to do that. It's their frickin' universe. I desperately try to contain my scream. The instant I scream, the assassin will just leap out and stab me again. And that would just be a repeat. I'm not prepared for that. I don't want to be impaled again. My breathing grows labored as soon as that thought crosses my mind. Dawn is a ruler. She is not part of the main classes. Rulers oversee the war and don't fight. Okay, that's good to know. I'm mad. I'm mad at myself for being afraid, and I'm mad that I put myself in a situation where I so easily lose my life after it was saved already. I grit my teeth and hold my hand tight over my wounded chest and restrain myself. I need to get used to this. This is the second time. This is the second time I'm about to die. No, it's the third time you're about to die. Again, you almost died 10 years ago. I'm counting that. That alone motivates me not to die so pathetically as last time. Am I not a mage after all? Kinda, sorta, mostly, I guess. And if I can't defend myself from this, what were my 8 years of training for? Or the main part, your mic being dubbed in, no problem. Fine, bring it on! I'm not going to agonize over complicated things anymore. Right now, I just need to drive away whoever's here. I need to find a weapon. I may call myself a mage, but the only thing I can do is reinforce something that might work as a weapon. You're by the kitchen, grab a knife! You need a weapon to fight, after all. There's plenty of things that might work as a weapon in the storehouse, but Are we not in the kitchen? Like, the background clearly shows we're by the kitchen. If I leave the living room and get ambushed, I'm just going to expose myself. It won't be easy. I gotta find a weapon here. Something long would be good. My opponent's weapon of choice is a spear. Can I just grab the table? A wooden sword will be best, but I'll have one. Something that could be a suitable weapon. There's only the poster. We're going to use the metal poster. Alright. Can't but feel utterly dejected, but kind of desperate. Situation's so bad it can't get worse. Then all that's left for me to do is move forward until I have no energy left. Trace on! I use my powers as Tracer. I speak my incantation and inject magical energy into the rolled up poster. I try to put as much magic as I can into the poster, since I need it to work as a weapon against a spear. Composition. Analyze! I focus my consciousness. Magical energy permeates through the poster. Composition. Reinforce! I feel that I've hit the end. Right before my magical energy spreads to the poster, I say, Trace off! Cut off my connection and tremble. I made a weapon! A poster as hard as steel, but its weight remains the same. Turned out pretty great for an improvised sword. I did it. How long has it been since I succeeded? It hasn't worked ever since Kiritsugu died. So for to see at a time like this is kind of ironic. Like rain on your wedding day. I may be able to defend myself. I do have some discipline in swordsmanship. I grip the poster with both hands and stand in the middle of the living room. If I stand here, I'm dead. Don't think I can make it outside the mansion. I just need to head to the shed. As I hype myself up, every hair on my body stands on end. Ah, dang it! I'm not sure when he got in, but the guy drops from the ceiling straight for me. Ah! A silvery flash strikes my head from above. I can only assume he came from the ceiling and he descended on me, meaning to skewer my head. You! I move forward with a frantic dodge. Dodge roll! Dodge roll! Use those iframes, dang it! The man lands with inhuman grace as I roll out of the way. I stop myself quickly and get to my feet. Makeshift sword at the ready. Guy turns lazily, looking bored. You're making this whole thing kind of a pain. I was trying to be nice, thinking it hurt a lot more if you saw me kill ya. He shifts his spear to his other hands in a slow, fluid motion. I don't know why, but he doesn't seem as agitated as he did, aggressive as he did at the school. Which might give me a chance of escaping? I believe I have to kill the same human twice. Guess the living world is a meat grinder, no matter the era. He's complaining to himself like I'm not even here? Really? I slowly retreat back out of the room. Only 3 more meters till I get to the window. I'll run out, and then it's only 20 meters to the shed. I can move quickly. See ya. Don't wander around anymore, kid. He says it almost absent-mindedly, like it was just an afterthought. Ah! Pain shoots up my right arm. It all happens in an instant. He thrusts his spear forward, not even giving me time to react. I'm gonna die for a second time. Makeshift sword in my hand spared me that fate. Probably thought I was just holding up a rolled up paper. Struck as if I wasn't holding anything at all, but the reinforced paper sword deflected the attack and only grazed me. Huh. Interesting trick you got there, boy. His expression goes blank. His casual attitude from earlier vanishes. He watches me now like a feral animal eyeing its prey. We're gonna die again! I was clearly wrong, thinking things would be okay. This thing before me is like a demon, unbound by logic. I gainly realized that letting my guard down even for a second was beyond luxurious. That's right. Desperate as things are, I should have just made break for the window right after whatever miracle let me dodge the first strike. Huh, I thought you were just some kind of kid. But I can sense a bit of magical energy from you. That's how you're alive after I stabbed you in the heart. The end of his spear points towards me. I can't block that. No way I'll be able to block that swift attack. I'd have at least braced myself if he had a sword, no matter how fast he might be, but he's holding a spear. A sword is a whole line, but a spear is only a point. How am I supposed to block a point? Fine. I'm gonna have a little fun. Just letting you know what's going on with me. You got another upgrade for your Gundam Build Strike XE Galaxy? Alright! What kind of upgrade are you talking about? Something super fancy, something nifty, something nice and colorful? We got extreme battle music. The man drops into lower stance in a flash. Am I dead again? The spear sinks... I'm trying to figure out if those were lyrics or just farty music noise. I think they were just farty music noise. The spear swings sideways. I instinctively parry the blow at my face. Ah, good boy! Come here! Have another. It's a cyclone. I'm not sure how he's moving his spear in a small room, but it traces a beautiful arc without even touching the walls. Ah! Next comes from the opposite side, aiming at my torso. The Pixar and Heroes Discord, and 2 new backpacks. Ooh. The force of the swing bends my makeshift sword as I attempt to parry it. Is that a hammer he's swinging? Oh, the numbness in my arm is telling me that they might even be broken. You... Ah! I instinctively swing my sword. He must be mocking me with the way he just flicked his spear at my sword without drawing back to attack. Numbness creeps in my arms after going on the attack. My makeshift sword bends even more, and the man's spear changes trajectory. You are hopeless. I give you an opportunity, but you waste it. Well, then again, I guess expecting a good fight from a mage is asking a bit much. Moves like this is just a game? Such confidence. He's been letting me take swings after him when he took a couple of shots at me? I wasted my one opportunity on nothing more than a stopgap? He sees no point in continuing this. What a disappointment you turned out to be. Alright. Time to die, kid. The man readies his spear again. Don't jump to conclusions! Through that microscopic opening. Say what you want, dummy! I don't turn back to look. I just leap forward through the window. My back shatters the window as I roll out into the yard. I roll a few times, spring upwards, and... Ah! I blindly make my next move. I twist my entire body and swing behind myself. Ah! I manage to bat the spear aside, and he hesitates just for an instant. I knew it. If I jumped out the window, he was going to chase after me. He would catch up to me and go for the kill. I expected his fatal blow, and I swung my sword to the side with all my might. It was a risky move. He'd have killed me if I'd moved a second late. And I'd been just as dead if I was a bit early. But knowing the gap in our skill, I figured no way I'd be early. The only thing I had to do was get up as quickly and parry as soon as I knew it. The gamble pays off. I quickly repositioned myself. Now I need to run to the shed while he's still confused. Lie. Huh? Not holding the spear anymore. He's right in front of me. He turns on the spot and roundhouse kicks. Ow! Did he make my vision eyes upside down? Oh boy. The scenery goes flying by. Chest goes numb. Can't breathe. I'm literally flying. Never thought a guy kicking me would send me in the air like a frickin' ball. Ow! I fall hard on my back and slam into a wall. Ow! I can't breathe. My vision blurs again. He's thrown me into the shed I wanted to reach, at least. I lean against the wall, trying to prepare myself. I try to track the man with flurry eye. He kicked me nearly 20 meters? He picks a spear up and runs at me. I'm gonna die again. He's gonna reach me. I need to parry his... If your character has died 2 times already, how are they alive? First time, when he was like 8 years old, he was saved by a mage, and earlier tonight got stabbed through the heart, got saved by a different mage who gave him a new heart via magic. Unfortunately, that second time he died was because he witnessed this guy fighting, and if you witness this guy fighting, he needs to kill you. So that's what he's doing now. The tip of the spear surges. I can't even look back at it. My body's on the verge of collapse. Practically greets the spear. Get on your feet if you're a man. Oh, what dumb luck. My knees gave out and I couldn't hold myself up. Alright, good job, broken knees. The spear goes over my head and impales the shed door, pushing it open. My last chance. I can get inside. I can get something as a weapon. I crawl into the shed on all fours. And then... This ends now. He launches his spear at me. Darn you! I block it. I open up the rolled up paper with a single-use shield. It made a dull sound in the poster. Wasn't that strong, but it blocks the spear enough, and it returns to being normal paper. The spear's impact flings me against the wall. I fall on my butt, trying to get my heart racing again, after it feels like it's trying to quit. The moment I raise my hand to grab something to use. It's over. But that last move of yours was surprising, kid. The man points his spear at my face. I can't do anything. His spear's pointed at my heart again. I know it's the sin of death. Honestly, I don't get it. You're pretty quick-witted, but your magecraft is complete poo. You got potential. Maybe you're just a bit too young. I don't even hear the man's voice. My attention is focused on the stupid spear. Obviously, in the moment he thrusts, I'm frickin' dead. What else is there to think? I doubt it. But maybe you were the 7th one. Oh well. Either way, this is the end for you. His arm jerks. I wasn't able to see his movements earlier, but now I see every last one in slow motion. There's a bolt of silvery light. The tip feels like it's being drawn right towards my heart. Blood is going to gush from the wound in just a second. I know this feeling. The sensation of iron piercing my body. Taste of blood that's going to well up on my throat again. I experienced it already today, and I'm going to have to do it again? Really? I don't understand. Why do I have to be the one who goes through this? This is bull! No! I can't die in vain in a place like this. I was saved. If I was saved, I just can't die like this, right? I need to live and fulfill my obligations. I won't be able to do that if I'm dead. The spear's still going to impale me. Tip will tear through my flesh, break my ribs, bore into my heart. I'm ticked off. It shouldn't be this easy to kill people. I'm gonna die and it's freaking bull. I'm gonna die twice in the same freaking day. Okay, at this point we do kind of need our buddy here. This is too much cursing. We got some cursing over there. We got some cursing here. Just like, no. TOS Tomberry, save me. Everything. Whoa! F word! F word! I didn't think we need to expand TOS Tomberry for the visual novel, but there we go. Or at least the text part of a visual novel. I hope you're proud of yourself, Fate Stay Night. It's frickin' bull! I'm about to die and I don't have the opportunity to even be afraid of the whole GT mess! No way in heck! I'm not going to let myself die senselessly to the likes of an Irish guy! Hopefully that's all we need. Yeah, that's the right word. What? Just like magic. A figure appeared out of bright light shining behind me. I can't think. All I know is the figure's a girl. Ew, a girl. Cooties. I hear a high-pitched sound, and the moment a figure appeared, it pushes aside the spear pressed against my heart and steps between me and the man without missing a beat. Are you ever kidding me? The seventh servant. Thank you for at least censoring yourself, Lancer. He tries to regain his composure after his spear pushed aside as the girl brandishes something in her hand. Sparks fly. Hard metal clashes and sparks fly again. The man stomps his foot after blocking the woman's attack. He must have realized he was at a disadvantage because he leaps out of the storehouse with bestial agility. She must intimidate him, but she quietly turns towards me. Hi. Corvus, meet our reinforcements. The wind is strong today. Clouds slide away and the moon shines through for a brief instant. Silver moonlight shines into the shed, illuminating the girl who appears like a knight. Yep, we got our poster girl. Welcome to Fate Stay Night, the birth of Saber. I'm speechless. It's not because I'm confused by all the things that just happened, although I really am. The girl before me is so astonishingly beautiful that I'm at a loss for words. The girl's eyes are like precious jewels. They stare at me without emotion. I ask you, are you my master? Her voice sounds so valiant. Master? I can only repeat her words back to her. I don't understand what she's saying, nor do I know who she is. All I know is this slender, delicate-looking girl, similar to the man outside. She says nothing, continuing to look at me in silence. I don't know how to describe her. She's the face of the franchise. So special that I forgot entirely about the man outside, even though he might attack at any moment. Time seems to have stopped. Even the fear of death I felt moments ago vanishes. There's only a girl standing before me. Servant Saber, I have come in response to your summons. Master, please, give me your orders. It's the second time she spoke. The moment I hear the word master and the name Saber echoes in my ear... Urgh! Pain shoots through my left hand. It's hot, like being branded by an iron. I unconsciously press the back of my hand. Taking that as a sign, the girl silently nods her beautiful head. Henceforth, my sword creates your destiny, and our fates shall be intertwined. And thus, our contract is formed. What contract? What? I'm still in mage in training. I don't know what this means. But the girl doesn't respond to my question. She just looks away with the same grace she showed when she nodded. turns towards the shed's ruined door. Outside, the man readies his spear. She moves faster than expected. The girl in knight's armor leaps out the shed's window. What? I forgot about the pain I was feeling, and I get up and follow her. She can't go up against that guy. No matter how heavily armored she is, she's super smaller than me, and she's a girl. Stop! The echoing clangs drown out my words. What? I can't believe what I'm seeing. My head really does go blank this time. Do we not have a CG of this one? Who the heck is she? Clash of swords echoes around me. The moon slips behind the clouds and the yard grows dark once again. With the darkness, sparks fly as steel strikes steel. Saber's only 5 foot tall, by the way. When he describes her as small, they mean it. Oh no. I always imagined her as like tall. I imagined her as like actually like 5'8" or 5'9", but it's been a long time since I've seen Fate Stay Night, and I don't plan on watching it again. Without saying a word, the spear-wielding man meets the girl who leaped from the shed. She parries his spear and knocks away his other attacks, driving him back. I can't believe it. This girl Saber is overpowering this dude. The battle has begun. What happened between the man and I earlier doesn't even count. A battle? That's a fight between two people able to kill each other. No matter the difference in ability, it's still called a battle as long as both are able to kill each other. These two are in a totally cool battle. You're just not allowed to see it. She parries his every attack perfectly. It's something as she closes in on him. Darn it! The man backs up, clicking his tongue hatefully. He holds his spear vertically to ward off attacks. There we go, we got a visual. For a moment, his spear glows. His attacks almost look like it caused an explosion. The man's spear, as if electrified every time whenever the weapon is wielding strikes him. The man and I both could tell what it is. It's furious, magical energy so dense it can actually be seen. The unbelievable amount of magical energy crackles along her opponent's weapon every time they make contact. The sheer force of her attack is staggering. The man's spear strikes her precise like a sniper rifle. Her blows must be like the overpowering blast of a shotgun. Yeah, we got the shotgun user. Each of the girls' attack bathes the yard in flickering light, and yet, that's not what's overpowering the man. Coward, why are you concealing your weapon? The man curses at the girl as he evades her unrelenting attacks. She doesn't respond. He retreats, having hardly so much as a chance to counterattack. After all, her weapon is invisible. Without being able to determine her weapon's range, it'd be reckless to go all in. That's the trouble with an invisible weapon. But she's definitely got something in her hand. I can't make out anything like a shape or a link. Maybe it's transparent to begin with. Hearing her strikes must be taking a lot out of the man. His movements aren't as sharp as they need to be. It's the first sound the girl makes. She attacks with more furiosity. It's a merciless, unyielding dance of blades. The flying sparks remind me of the blacksmith striking the iron, and the spear-wielding man continues to defend himself. I can't help but admire the man. Even though he tried to kill me, he's able to defend himself from an invisible weapon. If that's all he can do, ha. When an opponent is so completely on defense, the only thing you need to do is beat him down. The girl just steps in closer. She smashes down, striking with all her might. Don't get carried away, fool. Seeing his chance, the man disappears, or rather, he retreats. Girl's swing cuts through the air and smashes the ground. It's super anime. Her massive swing, which seemed to be a fatal blow against the cornered spearman, proved easy to dodge. That fool, what the heck is she thinking? Even I could tell what happened even at a distance. Her careful, precise attacks may have worn the man down, but the big swing meant to deal a finishing blow wouldn't ever touch him. The attacks must have put incredible strain on his body. Yet he suppressed the pain for a single moment to jump away. He knew her last attack would determine the victor. Man jumps back, then comes in to strike once again. The moment his feet are on the ground, he jumps in a triangular pattern. Jumps in a triangular pattern? It's just like, is he like in the shape of a triangle as he jumps? The girl's sword is still embedded in the ground. It's a fatal opening! The red spear returns in less than a second. The girl twists her body while her sword is still in the ground. The whole thing happened in a matter of seconds. The man sees his mistake and tries to correct, as the girl uses the brief moment to use her whole body to attack. Both the man and the girl seem unsatisfied, though. Both struck, intending to kill, but both survived, so everything leading to this moment was in vain. Code vein. The two open a bit of distance. They both just quietly stare at each other. The strain of the battle seems to be too much. What is wrong, Lancer? Would you tarnish the name of all warriors of the spear just by standing there? If you aren't going to attack, then I will. Huh? Run in and see a death already? Fine by me. But let me ask you one thing first. Is your noble phantasm a sword? He phrases the question bluntly, glares as if trying to look through her. Who can say? Might be a battle axe, a spear, or a sword, perhaps even a bow. Keep talking, Saber. Somehow this conversation is amusing him. The man called Lancer briefly lowers his spear. Looks like he's saying he doesn't want to fight anymore. The girl seems puzzled by Lancer's move, but I know what his stance means. I remembered the fight at school a few hours ago. It's the killer move that was supposed to have ended the battle. I'm going to ask you one more thing, since this is the first time we met. You want to call it even for now? Not a big deal, right? Master over there looks pretty useless, and, well, my master's a big coward who won't even show their face. You don't think it's in both of our interests to hold off fighting until we're in better condition? I refuse. You will die here, Lancer. Is that so? I just came here to check things out. I wasn't going to stick around once the servant appeared. The air wavers. Uh-oh. Their surroundings appear to distort. Lancer lowers his stance. Chill creeps into the air. The same thing happened earlier. Magical energy rumbles as it forms a vortex at the tip of the spear. The noble phantasm. The girl readies her weapons and glares at her enemy. I don't need to speak up. She knows very well how dangerous this is. I mean, she is the one confronting him. See ya. Your heart is mine. The beast kicks the ground. Lancer appears in front of the girl so quickly you might as well have teleported. He takes a spear and aims at her feet. That's not where the heart is, I think. That might be where it is on short girls. I don't know. Even to me, that seemed like a poor choice. I can't see any attack that would be effective with a spear pointed at the ground like that. Apparently thinking the same, the girl leaks over the spear towards Lancer, intent on striking him down. But at that moment... Yeah? His word alone radiates immense magical energy. Bulk. Spear releases from below, angles towards the girl's heart. Uh-oh. Ow! Her body hangs in the air, and the blow sends her flying in a wide arc. She smashes heavily into the ground. Uh-oh! Did we already get a bad end? She's bleeding. She's been unscathed till now, but her heart is pierced and she's bleeding a whole lot. A curse, or a reversal of fate. I'm just as confused, but watching it from afar has given me a better perspective on how bizarre that attack was. The spear had been aimed at her feet. But then it just changed direction, moving and stretching impossibly to pierce her heart. And yet the spear itself neither stretched or changed direction. It seemed as if the spear had been thrust into her chest from the beginning, almost naturally. It wasn't as simple as the spear changing its trajectory and piercing the heart. I don't understand what they're saying with this. The spear didn't change course. It altered truth itself to make it happen. The moment he spoke those words and released the spear, the intent of piercing her heart had been realized. Essentially, his attack reversed cause and effect. Okay, that's neat. The result of the attack piercing the victim's heart is just predetermined, so the spear's trajectory is merely an afterthought to establish the fact. It's a demonic splinter that breaks through all defenses. The moment it determines the target, the spear pierces the heart every time. It's used without exception. How can anyone defend? No matter what effort the target makes to evade, the spear will always pierce their heart. An accursed spear that will always pierce the opponent when used. However, the girl evaded by a hair's breadth. The spear did penetrate, but it didn't hit anything vital. Think of it like an RPG where its attack is 100% accurate. It will not miss the heart even if it misses. Yes, I understand now. It took like that last line, the cause and effect line. That line finally clicked for me. Her action in evading the spear seemed even more impossible than the spear itself. The moment the spear was thrust, the girl turned in reverse direction with an incredible will and strength, as if she knew what was going to happen. She was either incredibly lucky or just had enough protection to dampen the curse. Whatever it was, the girl managed to avoid a fatal blow and survives Lancer's ultimate attack! Yay! I don't know if we should be celebrating yet. The girl tries to get her labored breathing under control. Though she's been losing a lot of blood, it stops seeping from her wound, and it seems to be sealing up. So this is what a magic person can do. In terms of her skill and fight against Lancer, in terms of the incredible amount of magical energy used, her body recovering on its own. She's super cool, so much cuter than Lancer. But that's only up till now. She may be healing even now, but her wounds are deep. If Lancer attacks, she won't be able to defend herself. And yet, even though he's at an advantage, Lancer doesn't move. He audibly grinds his teeth as he glares at the girl. How the hell did you manage to evade my fatal Gabolg spear? I've read the name of that legendary spear like a million times. I literally don't know how to... I think Gabolg is how I say it. Let me know if that's way too far off. His voice seems to rumble from the ground itself. Did you say Gabolg? So you're Ireland's child of light. Gabolg is the right way. Fantastic. Lancer's expression darkens. His hostility dissipates, and he clicks his tongue. He really likes clicking his tongue. Darn, I screwed that up. If I pull this move out, it's really gotta be fatal. Sometimes being famous is a bit of a pain, you know. The oppressive mood lightens. Lancer no longer seems to have any intent of attacking the wounded girl. He just turns his back as he walks away. Now that my identity's been revealed, the usual servant rules say we should fight to the death. But like I said, Master's a coward. They're even telling me to retreat since my spear failed. Are you running away, Lancer? Yeah, follow if you'd like, Saber. Just know that if you do, I will kill you. He lightly bounces off the ground. It's a wonder how agile he can be, but Lancer jumps effortlessly over the fence. Just wanted to see how this looks. Okay, so we got the part at the school, the debut of Lancer, or the debut of Saber, and Saber's fight. All right. Wait, Lancer! The injured girl starts running in pursuit. You gotta be kidding me. Seriously, the cutscene's not over yet? I cross the yard as fast as I can. If I don't stop her, she's gonna get herself killed. Turns out, I don't need to chase after her. She tries to jump over the wall, but the moment she crouches, she just doubles over and grabs her chest. Yep. Stab wound. Been there. I feel that. I hurry over to check on her. Well, I intend to approach and call her out, but that went right out the window the moment I got near her. She's completely unbelievable. The shining silver armor, she looks extremely heavy. Clothing she's wearing, dated as it is a bright, vivid blue. I've never seen anything like it, no. Her clothes are not what really enthralls me. She's beautiful. Her golden hair, illuminated by the moonlight, is extremely fine as spun gold. Her face is graceful, with a trace of innocence, and her smooth white skin all but glows in the moonlight. Pretty. I'm speechless. Her beauty completely takes my breath away. How'd this happen? Seeing a girl wounded in a fight made me furious. As I stand there gawking, the girl remains silent, her hand clapped over her chest. I manage to quit staring pretty quickly. Lifts her head and lets her head fall from her chest, her pain seeming to have eased. This protagonist really is... Yeah, he's already head over heels with Sword Girl. She looks directly at me. I don't know quite how to respond to that gaze, but then I notice something. Your wound is gone? Spear missed her heart, but it did pierce her chest, yet there's no sign of a wound. I heard there's healing magecraft, but she didn't even seem to use that. That must mean she can heal herself no matter how wounded she is. My mind switches gears. I shouldn't be gawking at her. The girl's unbelievable, but it's super rude to stare at a girl. Don't be a creep. Who the heck are you? I take half a step back as I ask the question. What do you mean? I am Saber, a servant. You are the one who called me here, so you needn't ask. Saber? Servant? Yes, so please address me as Saber. She just says this casually. There's a touch of contempt in her tone, but it remains mostly gentle, and hearing her voice makes my head go blank. She has pretty words in mouth. Pretty mouth. Ugh. Wait, what? Why am I getting agitated? That's a weird name. I cover my burning face with a hand and respond stupidly, but I don't know what else to say. Besides, how else would she respond when I ask what the heck she is? That'd be rude of me not to respond. I'm Shiro. My name's Shiro Emiya, and I'm the protagonist and I live here. There is something wrong with me. I am saying the dumbest stuff. But, well, she did give me her name. Only polite I give her mine. But I'm confused, but it's still important to remain rational, no matter who I'm dealing with. Thank you for the hydration, I really need it. 3 hours in and only one bottle of hydration down, that's bad. Bad me, very bad me. The girl, Saber, just keeps watching me in my confusion. She moves not an inch. Forget all that. That's not what I was asking. It's oh, wait. Forget all that. That's not what I was asking. It's that I know very well that you're not a typical master. Yet you are still my master. As long as we have formed a contract, I will not betray you. You need not be on your guard around me. Poop. I hear her, but I couldn't be more at a loss. The only thing standing out to me is she keeps referring to me as master, and I kinda like it. You got it wrong. My name's not Master. You don't know what health and man... It's just multicolored hydration. Very well then. I shall call you Shiro. Yes, I do like that better. The moment she says my name, I thought my face might burst into flames. Is it a bit normal to call someone by their last name when you first meet? Wait, why would you choose to address me like that? Ouchies! A strange sensation tingles from my left hand. It's hot! At least it's better than not being hot. Oh, even my sound effects aren't working. Fantastic. Great. I got stuff to fix after stream. A strange pattern appears on the back of my left hand, like a tattoo. What? Those are called command spells, Shiro. They are 3 spells which command a servant's obedience. They are a master's very life, so please use them carefully. Alright. I don't think we're close to being done with this day, so as we're in the ad break, I'm going to go anti-hydrate. So I will also use this time to play a random... No, I can't play a random sound. We do this as a distraction. Be back in just a minute. Sorry about that. I was stupid and forgot Papaya is also on the same network, which is still down. So, no Papayas for anyone. Sorry for the very awkward silence for the last minute. On you! Shiro, please heal me. Her tone is cold now. It seems she's not focused on me, but something else. Wait, are you asking me? I don't know how to use complicated magecraft like that. And you're already healed anyway. Saber frowns. I feel like I said something that disappoints her. Then I shall face him as is. My regeneration has only appeared the superficial damage. One more battle shouldn't affect me. One more What do you mean? There are 2 enemies outside from what I can sense, and I am sure I can defeat them in a few seconds. Saber leaps over the wall effortlessly this time. Just like Lancer, she makes it look easy. And now I'm just alone in the yard. Enemies outside, what? I realize what she means as soon as she says it. Wait, you're gonna keep fighting? I move without thinking. I run as fast as I can to the gate. I reach the gate, unlocking it with trembling fingers and jump out. Oh! I didn't even see that bottom part. We're going to have a branch soon. Yay. Saber, are you here? I strain to see in the darkness. Clouds have completely obscured the moon, leaving it pitch dark. Now of all times? But I hear something nearby. There! I turn to an empty pathway. And then it all happens in an instant. I see a familiar man in red and Saber fighting. Saber rushes him and breaks through his guard in a single sweep. She easily cuts the man in red. Saber raises her arm ready to, but before she's able to take him down, an incredibly powerful magecraft causes him to vanish. Saber doesn't stop. She dashes right at the person standing right behind the man in red and effortlessly negates the potent magecraft they'd unleashed. What? I knew she was strong, but this is kind of unreal. That was some sort of intervention magecraft way beyond anything I'm capable of. My old man might have been able to cast something with a bit of weight to it, but I'm not even sure a first-rate mage could cast something as powerful at the drop of a hat. Even so, Saber just nullified it like it was nothing. The enemy must be a mage, which means this match outcome is decided. The mage's attack doesn't work on Saber, and Saber drives at them mercilessly. The mage falls backwards with a thud. The enemy miraculously dodges Saber's attack, but they can't move anymore. Saber corners the enemy and levels her invisible sword at them. My mind freezes. Maybe it's a momentary glimmer of the moonlight. But I see then that Saber's attacking a human. I can't tell who it is, but the image of Saber killing someone, their blood staining her hands, suddenly fills my mind. Saber moves in. She's going to slit the throat with that invisible sword. Saber, stop! I scream as loud as I can, and her blade stops cold. Probably best for my sanity, I can't see her sword. But the tip of the invisible sword wasn't wet with her opponent's blood yet. Stop! I beg you, Saber. I glare at her as I speak. If I'm going to stop her, I need to prepare myself to give everything I've got to do so. Why are you stopping me, Shiro? She is Archer's master. I must put an end to her here and now. No, Saber has absolutely no intention of stopping. She only stopped because I told her to, but she's still holding her sword. I'm telling you, wait, you keep calling me master. I don't know what's going on. If you're going to address me that way, then wouldn't it be right to explain yourself? Saber doesn't answer. He just stands there staring at me. Going about this wrong, Saber. I don't even know who you are. I'll listen if you tell me. Please, don't do this. Saber's silent. Still holds her sword at her opponent and stares at me. Her lips downturned in dissatisfaction. What do you mean, don't do this? Is this an expression of your idealist belief that people should not needlessly harm another? Ah! Don't needlessly harm another? Yeah, it's better to avoid conflict as much as possible. But I'm not so soft-hearted as to feel bad for someone who's attacking me, though. So you are saying that no one should take the life of another, even should they be an enemy, correct? I will not obey such an order. One's enemies must be defeated. If you still wish to stop me, then use your command spell to order me. I'm talking about you! A girl shouldn't be swinging swords around, especially if she's already hurt. Oh wait, I don't even know if that's a sword to begin with. Whatever, you still shouldn't be doing this. In that moment, Saber's mouth falls open into stunned silence. I don't know how much time just passed with her just, standing there like that. So, I'm wondering when Saber here is going to... Oh, nope. So, I wonder when Saber here is going to lower her sword. Saber instinctively grips her sword. That was the opposite thing of what I wanted. Give it up. I would never lower my sword in the face of an enemy. Even though your master is telling you to? Is that so? I didn't know servants, especially Sabers, defied their master. Saber grits her teeth. But she lowers her sword, loosening her grip a bit. Well, she must have put her sword away or something, because she seems suddenly less hostile. Okay, I can stand up now, right? Whatever. It was that's been on the ground finally stands. They act brazen as they pat the dirt from their bottom. Whoa, wait a minute! It's another girl! That's... You're Tosaka! Yes. Good evening, Emiya. Rin Tosaka replies with a big smile on her face. This is unbelievable. I don't know what to think anymore. The way she greets me so casually makes me question if everything that's happened is even real. Well, so... You're the one who cast the Magecraft earlier, which makes you, a mage? Well, we're pretty much the same, so I guess there's no sense in hiding it anymore. Ah! Hearing her be so blunt about it makes me feel like an idiot. Anyway, let's talk inside. I bet you have no clue what's going on, right, Emiya? As she said that, she walks towards the entrance of my house. Tosaka, what the heck are you doing? At that moment, when Tosaka turns around, her smile changes to something different. Don't be silly. I'm thinking about a lot of things, and that is why I'm offering to talk. Emiya, I know you're surprised by all that just happened, but something you just have to accept certain things, or you'll just wind up dead. This, by the way, is one of those times. She glares at me, and I can actually see animosity in her eyes. Oh. I'm glad you understand. Now let's get inside. Osaka walks through the gate. She seems ticked. Don't blame her. Just a moment ago, she had a sword pointed at her. But still, maybe it's my imagination, but I think the Tosaka at school and the one I see right now are just different people. This is just as weird as hell. We're in Tosaka. Wait, what? I'm not crazy. It said there was a branching path, right? Does that bottom right not mean branching path? Because it's really not showing one. Unless this is where the major branch happens that you have to replay to get. That's the current theory I'm running with. But I think we've reached a decent stopping point. I have no idea how long this night is going to go. So I think I want to stop now, and we'll get to the Rin explaining the universe to Jiro next time. All right. We got some good work done. We got through day 2. We got through, I hope, 90% of day 3. But the voice is starting to give out just a tiny bit. So let us go on the lines and see who is still streaming at some moment so we can share a little bit of love. Hope everyone's doing okay right now. Oh boy. What have we got? We have got... Let's go hang out with Verst. Verst is playing some Divinity Original Sin. And we enjoy supporting our buddy, especially with us starting the Phoenix Wright series up fairly soon. Let us go ahead into raid into the Verst Heroes. If you feel like participating in the raid, we do have raid commands. You have activated my raid card because branding. Thank you so much to everyone who has stopped by, everyone who hung out even for just a few minutes. Hope you had a fun time going through Fate Stay Night and also browsing through the cursed Nintendo eShop. How is the Nintendo eShop that cursed? You would think they would regulate it to some degree, but nah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. You've activated. Retop my message. Thank you so much. I will try to stream this again tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to stream every day this week, but I'm definitely going to try to. I'm currently in the bad gateway timer. See? Yeah, stupid things are busted. Gotta remember to fix that. But don't have a lot of work this week, so I'm going to try to stream a lot more of Fate Stay Night during the day. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you look forward to more. And until next time, fare thee well. And the alerts don't work. Dang it. Sayonara. Bye-bye. Please take care of yourself. Dang it. Bye. Everything's broken.